Okay, so we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh. So that's great. I'm so appreciative, but honestly, I'm a little bit frustrated. The reason I'm frustrated is because the finance world, these finance bros, will have us thinking we have to pay a wealth tax just to see where our money is going. And full transparency, I have bought into that. I use YNAB, which, if you're not familiar, it's a zero-based budgeting system, sort of like cash envelopes, but it's cashless. You do it all online, but it's not free. And I'll kind of say it's not cheap. Side note, I do have a referral link in the description bar where you can get a 34-day free trial, no credit card. And then if you subscribe, you'll get an extra free month. But after that trial, it costs $14.99 a month or $109 a year. That's very expensive. Even for me, somebody who makes good money, $100 a year just to see where my money is going it's crazy. And I've usually been the type of person, I say usually because things have changed now that I'm making more money and things don't feel as fraught, but I've usually been the person where I don't do subscriptions. Like having a streaming service subscription, I don't do it. Like I will sign up for 1 month and cancel right away. Or I just don't even do them. Like something like Walmart Plus, I will always pick the month option over the year-long subscription because even though I'm paying more money, it never felt comfortable for me to have something, every single month come out of my check. And it seems like so many of these things that we use in our day-to-day life are like that, whether it's Spotify, whether it's YouTube Premium, Hulu, Netflix, whether it's HelloFresh, getting your meal kit delivered. Maybe it's Walmart Plus. Maybe it's your iCloud. Maybe it's your AI assistant that you use. I used to subscribe to ChatGPT after I, started being more open to subscriptions. Like it's everywhere. It's like everything is a subscription, and it feels a little bit like there's subscription fatigue at some point. And you can start spending so much money per month that you don't even realize that you're spending hundreds of dollars or $50 or just an amount that you didn't know. And if you don't know where your money's going, that's always a bad sign. Another thing that has me hesitant to do a subscription is because I don't want to be that person who looks at their statement and they realize they've been charged monthly for something and they're just not even using it. And that can happen to you. It could happen to where you're being charged monthly and you don't use it. Or in the case of YNAB, if you go ahead and fork out the $109 a year and you don't use it, you've just wasted your money. And I don't want that to happen to you, just like I didn't want it to happen to me, because I think it really boils down to being overwhelmed. If you get something like YNAB and you're overwhelmed with all the bells and whistles and you don't understand their way of budgeting, you don't quite grasp it, and YNAB is a little bit different, but if you don't quite grasp it, you're likely just going to let it languish. And even though for me, I think that YNAB is the best way, I really can't imagine budgeting any other way. I can't imagine forecasting and saying like, I'm going to have this much money per month and then I budget the money before I get it. Even though that's what's right for me, maybe that's what's right for you. And I know that budgeting my way is not the best way for everybody. My ego is not so big that I think that the way that I do things is the best way for everybody to do things. I mean, I had a YNAB subscription for probably over 6 months before I even touched it. I ended up getting the free year for college students that they offer, and I just recently subscribed to it for a year. So that means I got it when I was almost through with this last time that I was in college, when I was in dental hygiene school. And I just didn't use it. Like it just felt like too much. And then I kind of started using it in the summer, I think, and then I just kind of fell off. But like I've been consistently using it since about October, November. That's finally when it clicked to me. But I know for a lot of you guys, it's just not gonna click. And to pay over $100 a year to track your own money, I know that it's just something that a lot of you don't need right now, let alone even if you can afford it, you just don't need that. You don't need it. It's making things too complicated for you and where you are at that point in your life. And I can understand that. So to celebrate 1K, I decided to do a giveaway. And a couple weeks ago, I launched a 1K savings challenge. It's a free challenge. You can sign up in my description bar. There is a link there. But if you signed up for that, you saw that I also had a paid product. I just haven't talked about it yet. I wanted to wait until I reached 1,000 subscribers, and I did a little bit of thinking about like what I should do to celebrate. So I was thinking what I'm going to do to celebrate this 1K, which again, thank you so much. I cannot do this alone. I'm not subscribed to my channel. This is all because of you. So thank you so much for subscribing. I don't think I know 1,000 people I know I don't know 1,000 people in real life. If you take out my professional life, I don't even know if I've met 1,000 people in my whole entire life. Maybe I have, I'm not too good with numbers, but like, I don't even know that I have ever met 1,000 people. Like that's crazy. So to have 1,000 people here, I really appreciate it. And I wanted to do something that I thought would benefit you guys. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to give away what I'm offering, my paid product. I'm also going to give away a gift card and one more item that I will tell you about in just a second. So if you've gotten my freebie, you've already seen the paid product, but it's called the Wealth Toolkit and it has 3 components. So the first thing in the Wealth Toolkit is a beginner's money guide. So this is kind of like if you don't know where to start, if you don't know the difference between a high yield savings account, a regular savings account, if investing trips you up and you're not sure about it, if you've never heard of a 401k or you've kind of heard about it, but you don't know what it is, or if you don't know what order you should do things in, the beginner's money guide will be great for you. It just gives you kind of an introduction to money. It's a beginner's money guide, right? The second component of the Wealth Toolkit that I will be giving away totally for free, and all that I'm giving away, if I ever decide to change these, you will get the updates as well if you win the giveaway. The second thing is a spreadsheet. It's a zero-based budget spreadsheet. So it's a one-time purchase. You can upload it into Google Sheets. You don't need a paid account. Google is free. And you can track your budget for the entire year. The spreadsheet will track your net worth if you're into that. I'm not too into tracking net worth. I just haven't gotten that far. I guess I don't feel like my net worth is kind of like high enough to track, which is really a silly way to think about it. It's the perfect time to track your net worth when you don't have one and you can see it grow. But anyhow, you can track your sinking funds when you're saving for things that you want. You can track your transactions, you can put in your accounts, you can track your debt, and everything will follow you through the whole year. And then when it comes to be the next year, you can just start all over again. You can start right now in the middle of the year or whenever you're watching this video. You don't have to start in January, you can start right away. So the zero-based budget spreadsheet is included. And then the final thing, because I know that everybody does not like doing things on a computer. Some people are pen and paper, and I respect that. So I made 9 printables that will help you track your budget on a printable. So we have from the very basics, a calendar just to get everything written down, to write down your debt so you know kind of what you're looking at, tracking your spending on a weekly basis, tracking your spending on a monthly basis. There's both ways to do it. If you want to track, like I do, budget by paycheck, you can budget by paycheck. If you don't want to budget by paycheck, you want to budget per month, we got an option to budget per month too. And savings, very, very important, whether it's saving for a specific goal or just saving. We have a savings tracker to get you through that. And also those bills. If you don't write your bills down, you will be surprised. Even me now, I have bills, they're written down in YNAB, but even still, I forget that these bills are coming due. They're on auto pay and they come out. Don't let that happen to you. Use the bill tracker so you can see what is coming out on what day, your bill, your due date, your amount. You can mark if you've paid it or not, what day you paid it, any notes that you have about it. And then at the end of the month, I think it's really important to review. I do monthly budget reviews here on the channel. I've just started doing them and I really like them. But this monthly review kind of helps you look over the whole month and kind of see how things went. Where did you succeed? Where could you use some improvement? What goals do you have for next month? So that is the printable portion. Everything can be printed out, hole punched if you want to like put it in a happy planner or something. There's enough space. Or you can just use it on your iPad or your tablet. You can use it with an app like GoodNotes or Notability, and you can just write on them digitally, or you can print as many as you want so you get access to the files forever. So those 3 components make up my Wealth Toolkit, and that's what I'm going to be giving away to one winner. And also, because I did a poll a little while ago and I asked like, what is got you in a chokehold? Like, what are you spending money on this week? What is it for you? Because I know for me, it can sometimes be Panera, it can be Culver's, it can be Capital One Cafe, it can be croissants, it can be whatever. And what I heard was that there's a specific takeout lunch order that had you by the throat, okay? So I'm gonna give you lunch on me. I'm gonna give one winner the Wealth Toolkit and all updates, a $25 gift card. I was thinking about like a $15 gift card, but I was like, you know what? Let me just do it big. Let me give $25. Pretty much probably wherever you live, you can get a nice, decent lunch for $25. I hope so. If not, y'all got expensive taste and I love that for you, but let me just contribute $25 to that. I'm gonna give you the $25 via Venmo or Cash App or PayPal or Zelle, whatever way you want. Just let me know if you win. And then the third thing I'm gonna give you is, because health is wealth and you can have all the money in the world, but if you're not taking care of your body, if you're not taking care of your oral health, I am a dental hygienist after all, then you don't have anything. So I'm gonna give away a Quip toothbrush. It is a 360 oscillating toothbrush in the color Silver Cloud, completely unopened. So a new, of course, like what? A used toothbrush? Girl, what do you think this is? So those 3 things you're gonna get. You're gonna get the Wealth Toolkit, which consists of 3 components, a $25 deposit gift card, however you wanna look at it, and a Quip toothbrush, all to one winner. And if you don't win and you're still interested in using my products, you can go to my website, tinawilliams.co. There is a special bundle price if you want to get all 3 items, the Wealth Toolkit. It's $27 for the bundle, which is a crazy good price. You can probably find zero-based budget spreadsheets online, and you're going to pay over that for just the spreadsheet, not to mention the printables, not to mention the ebook. And you already do know, if you are in the 1K savings challenge, which if I haven't mentioned, we are saving $1,000 in 3 months is the goal. I have saved more than this. I just haven't filled my shapes out, but I have 3 different trackers. We have this one. Each hexagon represents $10. We have a progress bar, which is another way to track it. And then we have the savings jar. I have saved more than the $250. I physically transferred, go me, pat myself on the back, another $150 to my savings account. When I did my last payday routine video, I actually did the transfer, which that can be the hard part sometimes, actually going on there and doing the transfer. But if you are in the savings challenge and you've got your free trackers, or if you want to get the free trackers below, there's actually an additional special discount deal on the Wealth Toolkit. If you don't know where to start, the ebook is going to give you everything you need to know to start. Or if you are started, but you just need something to keep everything more organized, these printables or the spreadsheet will be perfect for you. And also on my website, if you don't want to buy the toolkit, you don't want to get the $27 introductory price, you can just buy piece by piece. You can buy whatever you want. You can buy the spreadsheet or the printables or the ebook. It's available in individual pieces too. So, I'm really big on not buying stuff you don't need, don't want. I just got my teeth cleaned and she kept trying to give me floss picks. And I'm like, I will never use a floss pick. Like, I don't use floss picks. As a dental hygienist, I don't recommend floss picks. Floss picks are not the best way to floss. Yeah, if it's the only way you're gonna floss, use a floss pick. But I told her I use string floss. I only use string floss. And she kept trying to give me floss picks. And I'm like, okay, but you're giving me trash. Like, I don't want it. So if you don't want it, I don't want to give you something you don't want. I don't want you to buy something you don't want. Don't do that. Just buy what you want. That's why I made everything available just recently in, pieces so you can get exactly what you want. That's going to help you be successful with your budget, because that's what this really is about. I started this channel and, a good portion of my 1,000 subscribers are from when I was mostly focusing on dental hygiene content. I started with dental hygiene school vlogs, but vlogging is just like, it takes so much time to edit a vlog, number one. Number two, I don't feel like my life is very interesting. I feel like it's pretty boring. And so I've switched from dental hygiene to kind of like finance. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you, whatever you're here for. I appreciate you sticking around. But what was the point? Dental hygiene vlog. I don't know what the point was, child. I done forgot. I'll remember when I'm editing, but how's that going to help me now? I guess I could come back again like I did last video. But anyway, the point is, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here, and I'm excited to continue on in the personal finance space. So in order to enter the giveaway, which is what you've been waiting for, right? How do you enter the giveaway? First, you got to be subscribed to my channel, because this is a giveaway for the subscribers. And I said it last time, I cannot stand it when somebody does a YouTube subscriber giveaway, or they do a giveaway on YouTube and they make a YouTube video about it, or they post in their community post about it. And then they're like, to enter, you got to go to Instagram. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't use Instagram, so then I can't enter. Then why are you telling me about it? So be subscribed on YouTube and be publicly subscribed. If your subscriptions are private and I can't see you subscribed and you're the person who is picked to win, I'm just going to move on to the next person, because you got to be publicly subscribed. Okay. Number 2, I need you to tell me in a comment what you would like to see from me. Are you still here for the dental hygiene content? Are you here for finance? Is there a specific thing you want me to talk about? Let me know. I want to make videos that you guys want to watch. That's the whole point. I don't make these videos for my health. I make them because I want you to enjoy them. I want to provide value. So let me know, what is it that you want to see from me? Or if you don't have any ideas of what you want to see from me, or if the videos that I'm posting now you enjoy, you don't think I should do anything different, then just let me know, what is one financial win, big or small, that you've had from watching this channel. I know for me, this has been a huge source of accountability. I doubt that I would be as intentional with my money if I'm not making these videos. Just full disclosure. Like, I would probably still be spending my money, blowing my money, not being intentional, not saving. Like, the fact that I went ahead and put that $150 into that account, that's because I knew I was gonna have to come on here and talk about it. So do you have any wins like that, big or small? Let me know in the comments. Or the third way you can enter, you don't have to do all of these. You do have to be publicly subscribed. And then just let me know a comment of what kind of videos you want to see, or the one financial win that you've had, big or small, since you started watching the channel. Or if you don't have anything to contribute, you just want to enter and you want to get your money and your toothbrush and your Wealth Toolkit and get the hell on out of here, fine. That's acceptable too. I put an emoji in the video. Just tell me what the emoji was, put the emoji in the comments, and then you can win. So I'm gonna leave this open for a week and a half. I will be picking the winner the last week of May. And one thing I wanna mention so that we're all very clear here, I will never comment to you telling you that I want you to message me on Telegram or WhatsApp or anything like that. I don't want any scammers contacting you guys and scamming you guys. I don't think I have a big enough audience for scammers to do that, but you know, these scammers be scamming, okay? Any comments that says anything about Telegram or WhatsApp is a scam, okay? I am going to pick the winner the last week of May, and I'm going to comment to you on YouTube from this YouTube account. Don't look at the picture, look at the name. I will also post it on my community page, the person who's won. So don't get scammed, you guys. Please don't get scammed. I will never ask you for money. This is totally free. I'm giving you. This is me giving back to you. I'm giving you $25 gift card and $43 worth of value for my Wealth Toolkit and a toothbrush, which I think is like $60 worth of value. Nothing. I don't want anything from you. I don't need any money from you. The only thing I need from you is your Cash App or your Zelle, your PayPal, your, what's the other one? I don't know. Whatever it is, however you want the money to be sent to you, your email so I can send you access to the Wealth Toolkit, and your address so I can send you the toothbrush. No money at all. Do not get scammed by these scammers, okay? But if you can't wait and you want to pick up the Wealth Toolkit, it's available at my website at tinawilliams.co, or you don't have to get the full kit. You can just get whatever piece that you want. So that being said, again, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you all. I know that sounds silly, but anybody who's ever been a content creator, who's ever created YouTube videos, understands like having 1,000 subscribers is crazy, and it's a huge milestone, and I really appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you back in another video soon. Bye.